174 acres of federal land in southeast D.C. is now destined to be controlled by the city it sits on. Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton is a co-sponsor of the RFK Bill and says she was delighted when she heard the bill was headed to the president's desk.
Well, first I thought it had failed, but I was pleasantly shocked to see that the Senate had passed it and that we now had control over the campus.
Earlier this week, the RFK bill looked doomed, but a vote just after 1 a.m. Saturday all but assured this historic site would soon be in the district's hands.
Well, what's important for D.C. is that it allows D.C. to use that territory for anything it wants to use it for. There has to be a few acres preserved for parks and other open space.
Perhaps a new football stadium. The Washington Commanders can now consider a move back to the district. The team's managing partner, Josh Harris, released a statement Saturday morning saying, "We are extremely grateful that our elected officials have come together on a bipartisan basis to give Washington, D.C. the opportunity to decide on the future of the RFK Stadium site. The bill will create an equal playing field so that all potential future locations for the home of the Washington Commanders can be fairly considered and give our franchise the opportunity to provide the best experience for all of our fans." The National Football League also releasing a statement saying, in part, Washington, D.C. will now have a long overdue seat at the table when it comes to the location of a new Commanders stadium. Football fans would love to see the Commanders build a new stadium on this land and come back to the space where Washington played until the mid-1990s. Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton thinks there's better use for this land than a new football stadium.
Really like it to be used for housing, particularly for housing and other needs of the District of Columbia rather than for a football stadium, because of all the monuments. Therefore, it's in dire need of housing, and this bill would allow that to happen.
The possibilities for this space are endless. It'll be up to D.C. leadership to decide how it's used. Mayor Muriel Bowser calling Saturday morning's decision a win for D.C., for our region, and for America. In Southeast D.C., John Duran, WUSA 9.